we did. You know, sometimes you gotta stop trying to degrade our fighters. You gotta humble yourself, or you will be humbled. You know, tonight I wanted to make an example out of him because, you know, no fighter deserves to be degraded like that. Every fighter works hard. We're all here to feed our family. We're all here to feed our kids. You don't need somebody who's going to try to degrade you, say, calling you names. It's like that in boxing, or it's like that in life. You don't act like this. This is trash. And I wanted to make an example, and I did. Respect everybody, respect every fighter. This is the real world. So for that, I'm grateful. I had a great night, great training camp, and I made a statement. And we're moving along to much bigger and greater fights. I'm ready. Are they ready? That's the question. I'm excited to always give a great show. Always here to entertain. And emotion is what I seek. So thank you. Thank God for everything I have. Every path I am able to lead. I'm extremely grateful for my parents for giving me the opportunity to do what I do. They are my foundation. My brother, my sister, my kids. Camille, Eric Gomez, everybody around me, thank you very much. It's always a pleasure to be able to entertain you guys and be able to give you my heart out on the ring whenever I go on. To me the ring, it's like the real world. There's no difference. Inside the ring, you do a small mistake and it can cost you forever. So you gotta be sharp. You gotta be sharp always. You gotta respect and you gotta be humble. So thank you very much. It was a great night.
Okay, we'll open up for questions.
David, Bob Newman from FightNews.com. Congratulations on the win. You talked about the trash talk from Stevens, and I hadn't seen any of that. I'm sure it happened, but I probably missed it on social media. But how did you use that successfully to your advantage and not have it backfire where you lose your head and you could have gotten caught? That happens to a lot of fighters. Are you worried about that?
It does happen to a lot of fighters, but sometimes you get that one fighter that doesn't happen to. You don't want to put gas on fire and make it bigger when you know that fire can grow and grow and grow, and eventually you'll get burned. And that's what it did. So my mind wanders places sometimes. What was your question?
So how did you keep that from backfiring on you and maybe you get reckless because you were so emotional and then you get caught with something? How were you able to control it?
There was no emotions involved when I was in the ring. I was just prepared, and I knew what I was facing, and I knew what I wanted to do and how deep I wanted to do it, and with the aggression, but also with the composure. You know, we knew who we were facing. We knew Stevens is a good fighter. We knew Stevens he has a good hook. He's a strong kid. But I'm stronger, and I proved it in every way. So I have a lot of things to prove. I love to give a good show, and I did a statement. I don't talk so much.
Great. Okay, wait, hold on. We have a statement from Curtis Stevens. We just got this from the hospital, so I just want to make sure that everybody.
The hospital.
Yeah,
There was a GoFundMe bill for my hospital bill. I guess it's gonna backfire on him now.
This is official from Main Events. Curtis is talking and seems to be okay. They're doing a couple of tests, waiting for the results. Okay, so that's an official statement from Main Events. You guys have that now, okay? Mike?
So my question is for Bernard. A lot of times when there's a lot of trash talk during pre-press conferences and fight weeks.
I don't know nothing about that.
I know. You know, but a lot of times afterward, fighters say, "Oh, it's just for the promotion." But David's not saying that. To me, that's refreshing. Do you like that old school mentality, or you know?
Well, yeah, it all depends. It all depends on who you trash talk to. Stevens, he trash talked to David Lemieux, and you see that really energized him. So it can it can backfire. It's a catch-22. Some guys you can talk a good game and go in there with your half a game and beat them. But when you run into fighters that really get motivated by your trash talking after the fact, you'd be like, man, I shouldn't have said nothing to the guy. You know, kept it quiet. You know, played under the radar. But and David was motivated by that, and he showed it tonight. I mean, he did a great performance and called a showstopper. That's what we saying.
David, when you see someone unconscious like that, just flat out, and they have to bring a stretcher for him, what kind of goes through your mind despite all the trash talk before the fight? What are you thinking at that point?
You know, obviously I'm not here to hurt anybody long term. I'm just want them out for 10 seconds. But I hope he'll be okay and he'll go back to his family and he'll be okay. I'm not here to kill anybody, even though I said that I wanted to hurt him, and I did. But you know, I hope he'll get up and he'll be okay, and everything will be okay. You know, I love everybody. Me, I'm a respectful fighter. I respect every fighter that that gets on the ring and has the guts to put the gloves against me or against any other fighter. So respect, and I want no harm for nobody. So I hope he'll get up and he'll be okay.
Daniel Gonzalez, side. Daniel Gonzalez, side boxing. How would you compare Stevens' power to Triple G's power?
Two very different kind of powers. Triple G is physically stronger. Curtis is not as strong as Triple G. Has a good explosion. Stevens has a good hook. We all know, right? But Triple G is stronger, but different kind of power. Triple G is not so explosive, just heavy-handed.
Xavier Porter, BrooklynFights.com. Now, being that you said Triple G is heavy-handed, Triple G took about, I think, maybe 7, 8, 9 rounds to put Curtis away. Curtis was on his feet when you put him away. You put him away in 3. How soon can we expect you to get a rematch with Triple G, if possible?
Good question. I'm always up for challenges, and I'm always up to beat the guy who was on top there. Like I said, I'm willing to fight anybody, including Triple G. But there are plans before. You know, Canelo could be a nice option before, or any other fighters on top there. So you know, Saunders. I'm willing to fight the best. So to be the best, I'll have to beat the best. And to my eyes, who's on top right now? It's Triple G and soon me. So that's it.
David, congratulations on the win. That's the good with theboxingvoice.com. I just wanted to ask, do you think that you made too good of a statement? Obviously, you said in your post-fight that you wanted an opportunity with Canelo, but do you think you demonstrated too much and maybe it's going to be high risk for him now?
Well, I'm not in that philosophical view of too much, too good, you know. I did good, I worked hard. If my physical ability is superior than others, that's not my problem. I'm always going to upgrade. And for sure, it can create some fear in the middleweight division. It's just me, and it's going to get stronger and stronger. I'm getting in the years of my strongest years in career. I'm reaching some peaks, some highs in the gym, and if he's too scared, that's not my problem. I'll fight other people.
Sorry. How much better prepared do you think you'll be if you fight someone like Canelo now, after fighting Golovkin and now this impressive performance. You know, how much different do you think it could be?
Excuse me, can you?
How much better prepared do you think you might be if you fight someone like Canelo Alvarez now versus 2 years ago when you fought Golovkin, coming off this performance?
Well, we'll see in due time. If I have a fight of that magnitude, I'll be prepared for a fight of that magnitude, and according to the fighter I'm faced with, whoever I'll be facing, I'll be ready for him. If it's Canelo, if it's Saunders, if it's another rematch with Golovkin, I don't just talk, I do, and I've done it, and I'll do it again. I'm the type of guy who, I'll get a beating and I'll come back. That's how I started in the gym. I was 9 years old. I lost my first 4 fights, and I just kept on coming, and then won 16 straight fights in a row. I was a gym rat, and it finally paid off. So I'm very determined to be on top, and I'll be on top eventually.
This question is for Eves. Xavier Porter, BrooklynFights.com. What were your thoughts going into the 7th round? Because from the first round you had control of the fight. 6 rounds appeared to start stalking him, and then the 7th round just took over. So what were your thoughts in the 7th round? And if you have any thoughts on regarding if the fight should have been stopped earlier?
No, I was just taking my time and prepare my combination because I was prepared for 10 rounds. He's a good fighter. He was tough, but I prepared all my combination for the 7th, 8th round to be more better because I learned. I was watching his tape. He was slowing down in the late round. That's why I was prepared for this.
Any other questions?
Salut, question pour Marc. Marc, après le 2e round, as-tu une crainte que David, avec la précision de ses coups, puis avec le tempo qu'il adoptait, qui était pour se vider, ou c'était quoi le plan de match?
En fait, que David soit très intense, ça ne me dérange pas du tout. Il me démontre au gymnase tous les jours qu'il peut le faire d'une façon continue pendant 12 rondes avec plein de partenaires d'entraînement différents. Maintenant, je voulais qu'il fasse ça en arrière de son jab. Je voulais pas qu'on fasse ça à courte distance. C'était clair qu'on était en mesure de développer beaucoup plus de puissance à longue distance. Alors, je voulais que tout ça soit en arrière de son jab toujours.
We'll translate. So the question was, how worried were you, Mark, in the 2nd round when you saw David unload a lot of shots? Were you worried about his energy levels? And Mark feels that not at all. Because he's seen David put output of a lot of punches and recuperate within the first minute. But he wanted to do it behind his jab. They didn't want to be at the short distance exploding, so he was not concerned.
All right. Any last one? Last one.
Last one.
I don't need the mic. David, common opponent with LEMIEUX, common opponent with Gennady Golovkin and Curtis Stevens. You knocked him clear out. Do you feel you have more power than him?
I believe I do. Different kind of power. But I don't like to talk about what I have. I let the fans say what they see. So you guys saw what you saw. You tell me what you think.
Thank you. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you once again for being here. And I hope it was worth the trip. Thank you.